Okay, from that, let's talk about soccer, all right? Because school is letting out. We are looking to the summer, and with that, soccer fans in the Charlotte area have something very exciting to look forward to as well. The FIFA Club World Cup is coming to the U.S. for the first time ever. Charlotte, just one of 11 cities selected to host a match. That tournament is going to kick off June 14th, and really, we're looking at teams including Manchester City, Real Madrid, Inter Miami. So joining us now is Jill Ellis, FIFA's Chief Football Officer. It is a big title. Football officer, the only coach to win back-to-back FIFA Women's World Cups. Jill, thanks for joining us this morning. A pleasure and honor to have you here.
Thank you so much. That is a mouthful, I will tell you.
Yeah.
Chief Football Officer, yeah.
Coach, you're joining us from Switzerland, is that right?
I am, yes, in Zurich. It's afternoon here, but heading to Miami soon for the game next week. For the tournament.
All right. Very cool. What is it like to be for Charlotte? Tell us, how big of an impact this is for this inaugural tournament.
Well, I think it's obviously, like you said, it's the first time there's ever been a Club World Cup, and I think for Charlotte to host one of these matches, I think speaks a lot. I was actually there with the president. I think it was a couple of months ago now. I think we ended up pulling some beers downtown. But I think Charlotte has really established itself. I mean, obviously it's a sports town. It's got major sports there, but it's also very much now a soccer town. And with the MLS club being there, the fan base, the youth. I know they have a women's professional team there now. So I think it just made total sense for there to be a major tournament, major world tournament come to Charlotte. And it's beautiful because it allows obviously fans from around the world to come and experience Charlotte just in terms of a tourism type place, but it also allows, with this thing being shown around the world, it allows people to obviously see Charlotte around the world, New Zealand, Asia. There's going to be people from all over the world tuning in for this tournament. So it's pretty exciting. I mean, the tournament itself, but just for Charlotte, it's got some of the biggest matches, like you said. It's got Real Madrid, it's got these massive clubs coming there, it's got Bayern with some of the best stars. So I think all in, it's going to be a real soccer festival showcase.
Yeah, I mean, Coach, for viewers who might be casual soccer fans, who are some of the teams and stars that people might want to look to?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of globally, and maybe just to put this in perspective, when you have a World Cup, you have now 48 nations represented. There's I want to say there's 80 plus countries represented on these rosters. So it truly is a global tournament. But you have, an iconic club like Boca Juniors coming out of Argentina. You've got PSG, which is the current Champions League winner. They just won that trophy last week. In Charlotte, you've got Bayern Munich coming with, they just won their domestic league, the German league. You have Real Madrid. So it's almost a galaxy of stars. As you mentioned, I think you said Man City, you've got Chelsea. So it really is representative of every club. But the unique thing about this is, for years, and I've been in this sport a long time, you've got clubs that say, we're the best club in the world. Or you have leagues that say, we're the most competitive, we're the best league in the world. But this is now a tournament that actually allows that to play out in terms of, a competitive format that pits the best clubs, the best leagues against each other. So it's, I'd say it's been a long time coming, but I know us in the sport are really excited about this.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of a lot of experience in the sport, you coach two back-to-back women's national team to World Cup victories. What can you tell us about the atmosphere that fans can expect? And, I mean, it's going to be, I would imagine, totally pumped.
It is. I mean, and I've been to obviously a lot of different sporting events, not just soccer. Soccer games, I mean, it's very much a festival in terms of fans singing. I mean, fans will sing nonstop, and there'll be flags and they'll be cheering, and it really has kind of an energy to it. But when you suddenly take the passion of the fans and now you have a competition, that you're actually competing for a world championship. I mean, it's very rare that players get that title, right, in terms of world champion, and it truly be global. So I think you're going to have players that come into this. They want to win the first iteration of this. Yes, there's a lot of prize money, but you add the fan base to what's at stake. I think it's going to be a really competitive, compelling, can't miss kind of atmosphere and can't miss kind of match. So it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, I think the hardcore fans are for sure going to show up, meaning, people that know about the sport. I mean, Charlotte FC, they got some really passionate fans. But this is a chance for the curious and the new fans to come and really see what this sport is all about by watching the very, very best compete.
As FIFA's chief football officer, football for soccer, for those of us who are more familiar with soccer, you really are helping shape the future of the sport. How does the Club World Cup fit into FIFA's broader vision?
I think the underpinning of this is access and opportunity for people to play the game and watch the game. So now you take a Club World Cup format. So immediately what I would say to you is, now there's a Club World Cup for men. There's also one now created for women. So what it does, especially for on the women's side, is you create a competition, and now it incentivizes people to invest in women's sport, or to create a league, or to create a club to be in there. When you have something to play for, it incentivizes growth and investment. So, for me at this point, in my career, obviously I spent 35 years on the sideline. To have a chance to really create something, that will continue to either have a little girl or boy go out and pick up a soccer ball and go out in the backyard and dribble it. There's that inspirational section part of it. But more importantly, it especially in the US, it brings a greater spotlight on this sport, which is, it's not a fledgling sport anymore in the US. It's very much established. It's very much here. But it continues to, I think, create opportunity for fans to see it, for players to be inspired to want to go and play, and create heroes, which I think is ultimately what sport is about.
I mean, and really playing at that highest and coaching at that highest level. Jill, your message to young soccer players who might be watching from the sidelines or at home, or able to go to Bank of America Stadium later on this month. What is the inspiration? What's your message to them to keep playing?
Yeah, listen, a couple of things. I mean, I've worked with some amazing players, and I think at one point I said to 4 or 5 of my top players, I said, if there was one thing that got you to where you were, that wasn't just your soccer skill, what was it? And a lot of those players came back with something in their top 2. It was self-belief. So my message to players is, the journey, it's much like life, right? It's up and down, and sometimes you're playing and you're starting, and sometimes you're on the bench, and sometimes you get cut. The reality is find your passion. If it makes you happy, stick with it, and know it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, because, what I also know is sport brings people together. It teaches us a lot more than just about wins and losses. And I think it's, so what I would say to the young fan is, for sure, go watch, learn, take it all in, observe, but find your passion, and if that's soccer, find an environment that's going to continue to help you grow.
Coach Jill Ellis, thank you for joining us. Now FIFA's chief football officer. Safe travels to Miami. We wish you well. Say hi to Lionel for us. Lionel Messi, of course.
I will.
All right, very good.
Thank you so much, Jane.
Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, back out here in the Live Impact studio. Wow, what a fun conversation, and something to look forward to in Charlotte. On the map as far as football goes, FC with the World Cup, FIFA World Cup coming out here, and that tournament starting again June 14th. They will be in Charlotte on when was it? 22nd, June 22nd. So better get online, get those tickets, because tickets are probably going to sell out as we await some of the star players to come over to Charlotte and play in a big tournament. Like she said, Man City, Real Madrid, you've got Germany coming out. So I know a lot of hardcore fans are going to be traveling to and from the Charlotte area. And wow, that's going to be great for our local economy as well. Can't beat that, right? All right, we are coming up on 10 o'clock right now. You are watching Live Impact News here on WCNC Plus. And for the next hour, we're going to bring you some more live feeds as we get it into the newsroom. That's how we run things here in the Live Impact studio, a little bit more of the raw, unfiltered kind of side. We also have special guests, interviews, things of that nature, as we heard from Coach Jill Ellis. Big deal in the world of football or soccer, especially women's soccer, winning 2 World Cups back to back in the early teens.